This week on the Matt Wrestling Podcast, more daddy issues for Jason Jordan. Kevin Owens under lock and key, and Ruby starts a riot, and much more. Turn it to 11, it's time to take it to the max.
Notorious, so notorious. So notorious. Notorious. I am exactly what they say I am. I stand for everything that they can't stand.
Welcome everybody to an all-new Max Wrestling Podcast. I am Dazzy Dangerously, and I am not joined by my co-host, the best heel in the business, the Butcher. He is at home with a viral condition. Hopefully we'll get him back next week. However, I'm not alone. I'm here with the current reigning, defending, undisputed Max Wrestling Knowledge champion, Mike Larkin.
Oh, yes! Dingus Khan in the Tower of Giza! Really looking forward to doing this, man. Oh.
Just the two of us.
Yes!
We can make it if we try. Just the two of us.
You and I.
Looking for that one, I actually came across the Will Smith version.
He also got to get Austin Powers too. Friggin' Mini-Me just putting his hands up in the air.
Oh, of course.
Hell yeah.
In fact, I think I prefer the Dr. Evil version to the Will Smith version.
Yeah, and then Dr. Evil doing Hard Knock Life and Golden Are you kidding me?
This is why, as we said last week, we were talking about Austin Powers. This is why we need more Austin Powers.
The Domino, motherfucker.
I want Austin Pussy.
Yes. I went on the Subway diet like Jarrett, but my neck looks like a vagina.
I don't know how we decided to go with the Love Guru instead of Austin Powers 4.
Dude, that movie
Mike,
sucked.
what are you doing?
What are you doing, Mike Myers? What are you doing?
But anyway, believe it or not, this is about wrestling.
Yes.
And it's quite appropriate, really, that we talk about that song because Will Smith did it for his son, Dr. Evil did it for Mini-Me, and we're kicking off with daddy issues on Raw with Jason Jordan and Kurt Angle.
So if I was to bottom line this, Dad, I want a title match, Dad. Well, let me fight Roman Reigns. My knee is okay. Please put me in the match.
You gotta give me a rematch. You gotta.
You gotta give me a rematch. I want to fight Samoa Joe.
Now, if you attack Roman Reigns, is it really a heel turn? Because Braun Strowman damn near killed him and became the most popular wrestler on the roster.
I think he was already a heel because, I think he's just, I'm telling you, it's a ploy with this knee thing, man. He's my knee hurts, but I'm okay. I'm going to fight anyway.
I was a little confused though because I'm sure Roman said he'd deal with Samoa Joe later on, but he was going to face Jason Jordan soon. But then we didn't get a match with Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns, so
yeah.
Maybe they forgot about it. I don't know.
What did get me though is I was laughing when he said, "You know what, Joe? You're not a tough guy. I'm a tough guy." Okay then, sure you are. And this is, like I said, this is not to fault Jason Jordan's wrestling ability, but him on the mic is just so, it's
Awful.
so
Awful.
And that's why they had him with Chad Gable, because he was not a great mic guy. That's why he had Gable with him by his side. But I know he's trying, and I know we're going to get the match that we've said many a times, that we're probably going to get Angle and Jordan at WrestleMania, but
So surely they've got to come out with now to end this storyline that Jason Jordan made the whole thing up and he was never really Kurt Angle's son.
That's what you would think that they would do.
You can't continue this storyline forever. We all know he's not really his son.
Yes, but they'll probably, in WWE, they could probably play it up to that, where they could not mention that, and then he could just be jealous that, Dad, you give me all these opportunities, and then I don't win. It's all your fault. I hate you.
I'm just waiting for Kurt to go to your room.
Scotty Doo?
Yeah, we need to meet the mother of the love child. So long as it's not Charmel.
I'm happy if it's not Charmel. Booker T, I still remember that. I want to have bestiality sex with your wife.
Tell me you did not just say that.
That was just so bad. And then Kurt Angle goes into the room. And then Charmel screams, "Ah!" Fucking 2005. All over again.
It was kind of nice to see Kurt Angle finally standing up to Jason Jordan this week. Normally he just doesn't know what the hell to do, but this week he was like, I don't have to do anything.
Yes, and like we were saying, and what was so funny about this, I'm watching this, and like we mentioned, the match is coming. But Kurt Angle recently did a Q&A that he would actually like to have that match and hope that they get a match out of this, which looks like we are.
I can kind of see it from Kurt's point of view. He probably wants to enhance Jason Jordan. I mean, there is similar ability there. No, we've never said Jason Jordan does have any in-ring ability, but he's just dull, and he has the personality of a urinal cake.
Mm-hmm. He just puts me to sleep every time he talks, but other than that, the ring is good, and I did enjoy the match with Roman Reigns. And the thing you could also talk about, if you do have the match with them, I've always said, if Kurt Angle can put Wes Briscoe over, he could put Jason Jordan over.
If I don't know, did Wes Briscoe go over?
Yeah, he did. He put Wes Briscoe over in a cage match.
Oh yeah, Briscoe and Bischoff were the worst two parts of Aces and Eights.
I just remember back in the day, I'm like, if you put those guys as tag team champions, I'm done. I am effing done.
I mean, we started off with Devon. I thought that's a pretty good reveal. I was kind of shocked by it.
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
And then we had Gallows. I'm like, oh, I know that guy from WWE. And
Yes,
then and then Briscoe and Bischoff. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Oh,
I was actually there for Briscoe and Bischoff because it happened in Manchester.
Were you really? That's awesome.
Yeah.
No, we also and then they had Mike Knox as Nux.
I'm still annoyed they didn't go the whole way with the Menagerie with Mike Knox. I thought that had some potential.
Which Crazy Steve first emerged from that. Then they had the Freak in there, like we didn't know it was Rob Terry because there's only one physique like that. But hey, we'll just call him the Freak. And then you had a Rebel who was Rebel.
Yeah, I mean he had some similarities to Bray Wyatt, but ultimately the gimmick was different.
Well, yeah, hell, when we go into my 60 seconds later, we might actually be seeing these people back with the newest change in regime again. Yep. Talk about that later.
Impact Wrestling switches owners like the Raw Women's Championship.
Yes. Hot potato, hot potato. Hot potato, hot potato. Potato, 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 potato.
Speaking of women, we saw a little more with Absolution this week. Finally saw the in-ring return of Paige. Didn't miss a step.
No, man. And I gotta say, that powerbomb was sweet.
Oh, yes. Part of me kind of wishes we had more of a build-up towards Sasha Banks and Paige, but it was a great match. And Paige looked great.
Yeah, obviously the main goal is Paige and Asuka, which I think is just going to blow the roof off the joint.
Yeah.
That's a WrestleMania match. I don't think that's a Rumble match. I could see like a multi-woman match possibly at the Rumble with Paige and Absolution there against Bayley, Mickie James, and who's the other one? Sasha Banks. But yeah, I think they're going to save Asuka for a WrestleMania.
Or if rumors are true, we get the Women's Royal Rumble match.
Oh, dude, if we get the Women's Royal Rumble, you got to put some surprises in there. Maybe have Lita come in for it. Maybe Trish. Maybe Jazz. Just back in the day, man. Just got to get some women in there. Put some women from the Mae Classic in there. It's going to be sweet.
Yes. We could actually get a face-off then, too, between Absolution and the Riot Squad.
True that. And another face-off that we could get if you wanted to add some NXT people in there, I'd love to see an Asuka Kairi Sane face-off in the women's battle royal.
If we get a face-off between Absolution and Riot Squad, I can just picture, in Scooby-Doo when he saw a reflection and they were just mirroring each other.
Yes. Yeah. Ruby Riott, Sarah Logan, and Liv Morgan. Still, I think I remember when I first saw Liv Morgan, I'm like, oh, it's good that she's getting an opportunity. But I'm like, really? Liv Morgan? Okay. We'll see how it goes. But I'm okay with it. I mean, she's improved. Sarah Logan is excellent. And Ruby Riott really is excellent, too. But, yeah. She pinned Charlotte. And it looks like we might have a Charlotte-Ruby Riott feud. So let's see what happens.
Possibly. Charlotte just seems to kind of walk away from that whole thing, but we'll get on to SmackDown later on. As we said, we saw another face-off between Asuka and Paige, and it was the same as last week. Asuka just sort of steps down. Felt bad for Alicia Fox.
Alicia Fox. You're my friend. Yeah, you're my friend. You're my best friend. I'm your friend, but you're not Sonya and Mandy's friend.
Sorry.
And that was a beatdown. The friggin' kicks. Everything involved. That the gut buster.
Poor Foxy.
Poor Foxy.
We had more build-up between Kane and Braun. Is it next week we're getting a match?
Yes, again.
Yes. Hopefully with some kind of stipulation. They can't just do one-on-one again.
What do they break this time? Because they went through the ring last time. What do you think happens this time? Somebody gets thrown off the stage?
Can we just have a buried alive match? Please.
You would hope so. I'd love to see that. Or they'll go in not the Inferno match, but the Ring of Fire.
I think I just want to see Braun get buried and then just burst through the dirt going, Roar!
Braun! Sort of like an Undertaker, but without sticking the hand up, just coming all the way up.
Yeah, just bursting through.
I'm not dead yet. But man, oh man, that's really gonna be sweet. I've really been enjoying this feud. Kane taking some time off for running for mayor.
Yeah.
Which, how can you run for mayor after what's been going on? But hey, whatever.
I think maybe the best thing they could do with this feud would be to have Kane keep winning matches, but then Braun just keep getting straight back up, and Kane just like, how the fuck do I beat this guy?
I love that. I'm curious to see what comes at the Royal Rumble between these two, because the match is happening. Will it be buried alive? Who knows? Ring of Fire, but it's got to be something nuts between those two.
I don't care for a Ring of Fire match again.
I know.
If you're gonna do the Fire, just do an Inferno. There's no point in having a pin.
But yeah, they did the Wyatt Kane thing, and because they're trying to get around the TV PG thing, we can't light people on fire anymore. So hey, we'll just have the flames surround the ring, and they'll fight around the flames.
But we can crush people in an ambulance, and
we're not supposed. Hey, that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Because they're still going to come out of it unscathed, and it's just crushing ambulances and stuff. We're not actually lighting people on fire.
Yeah, mutilation is okay. Fire is not okay.
Yes. Mutilation is okay. You might die, but hey, it's okay.
Now we move on to the cruiserweights. And normally I don't really speak too much about the cruiserweights because I don't pay that much attention to it. But Drew Gulak got the win this week. But not before we had a little tease with wrestling's newest odd couple. We've just got rid of Carmella and Ellsworth, and now we've got Enzo and Nia Jax.
Personally, you know me. I love me some Nia Jax, man. How you doing? And then, Enzo tweeting about girls wanting him. I said to my dad I was watching this, man. It's like 90s Bertha Faye and Harvey Whippleman all over again, which I don't want to compare Nia to Bertha Faye, but she was a great wrestler, but she treating her like the way Bertha Faye actually got in WWE. That was a raw deal because she was such a great wrestler in Japan.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But this angle, from what they're saying, the rumor is that Nia is going to be moved to 205 Live.
Yeah. So it doesn't. I mean, no offense, but doesn't that go against the 205 weight limit?
Yeah, but I guess they're trying to make like her. What is she going to be like? A part of the Zoe training, like Enzo's Amore, if you will, and be like his main squeeze and protect her. Protect him, excuse me, somewhat, kinda.
Well,
I don't know, but we'll see where it goes. I'm trying to make something out of it, but I really
now
don't
let's
know.
see Roman Reigns throw him off the bus.
Oh, how dare you interrupt my nap time? Fish.
Oh boy.
Trying to sleep here. God damn it, Enzo.
So Drew Gulak is. See, I'm confused with the cruiserweights now because I don't pay that much attention to it. Are we now getting Drew Gulak versus Rich Swann?
Yes, and the winner of that will fight
Right.
Enzo for the Cruiserweight Championship, which, if they were smart, they would not hold it on a Raw. They would save it for the Royal Rumble. And the reason why you have Rich Swann around this time is because last year around this time, Rich Swann was the Cruiserweight Champion before he lost it to Neville at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they could just make it a triple threat.
That's true. The thing that they could do is if you want to have something fun, you have Rich Swann beat him for the title, and then all of a sudden afterwards you have Hideo Itami come out and beat the crap out of Rich Swann. Because if you want to heel a challenger, you have Hideo Itami come in as a heel. He wants his respect like he wanted in NXT and have him go after Rich Swann. Don't put him in the Zo train though, because they've been teasing on Twitter that they've been trying to get him in the Zo train. I'm like, please don't have Hideo go in the Zo train.
No, I want to see Hideo put Enzo to sleep.
I do too. I do too, man. I'm really looking. As I said, Hideo could be the new Neville.
Yeah.
For 205.
Because the action is so fast-paced with cruiserweights, I don't think it really works with two men because a lot of people don't care for the cruiserweights. But if you get three guys and you get fast-paced action, it's hard not to look away.
That's true, but then you don't want to do the TNA part of things. Where remember, friggin' for a little while, every friggin' X Division Championship match was a triple threat match.
Yeah. I mean, I can see why they tried to do that because the X Division was built on multi-man matches, but I don't know. Ever since the X Division got buried, they just couldn't really quite find that spark again.
No, but yeah, hey, they're trying to add some new people to it.
It's the same with the cruiserweights. They can't find that spark that they had 15 years ago.
And it's unfortunate, dude. I mean, I'd love to see some like old school guys come back and do like some, help the young guys. Like Gregory Helms, I think would be a perfect fit because he can still go.
Yeah.
But who knows? Who knows?
Who knows? We mentioned Strowman. We didn't mention Elias.
Oh, who wants to walk with Elias? Friggin', he hits him with the guitar and nothing. He's running and running. Smash. Braun smash, man.
And I've said before, I'm a big Elias fan. I didn't want to see Elias get his ass kicked by Braun Strowman.
As soon as I heard suitable competition, I'm like, Braun!
Yeah, you can't use competition and then not expect Braun Strowman to come out.
I want competition.
Now, I think last week we said we don't know what the hell's going on with Finn Balor. I still don't know what the hell's going on with Finn Balor.
That's what I'm about to say. I'm like, you mean to tell me that he goes in there against Kane, keeps getting his ass kicked by Kane, and now this week he's having a competitive match with Bo Dallas, and he beats Bo Dallas?
So now he's feuding with The Miz, who isn't there.
Like, what the fuck is going on, man? Like, can we do something with Finn Balor, like, for real? Like I said, this whole Kane thing, if you want to tease it and go back to it, I mean, if you want to do a WrestleMania match, you got to do the Demon versus the Demon.
Yeah. But
if you want to go back to that, but what the fuck are we doing with them out? That's all I got to say is, what the fuck, man?
I mean, I'm sure a Finn Balor-Miz feud would be great, but The Miz isn't there. He's filming the Marine 6.
It makes no sense. Which stars Becky Lynch and Shawn Michaels?
Man. And I'm still sure Naomi's in it because there's got to be a reason she was written off.
That too. But yeah, they haven't said anything in Naomi. If you read some of the sites there, she's really hurt, man, and she's just not doing so well. It's called kayfabe, man. Ugh. But yeah, probably Naomi will be in the movie again.
Feeling the glow. Now, so I'm guessing next week now we're going to get Balor and Curtis Axel. And then the next week we're going to get Balor versus Axel and Bo. And then the next week Miz will come back.
Make it stop. I'm not saying it's going to be bad, but it's just like, come on.
See, I'm okay with a feud as long as they commit to it and we don't get Balor against someone else next week who isn't related to this feud whatsoever. It's like they're giving him a new feud every week.
I just, yeah. It frustrates me, man. It frustrates me.
Actually, I'm going to save the Matt bit for last because something else frustrates me this week. And it really frustrates me this week because I've picked up on it for a couple of weeks, but it was more noticeable this week. Where the hell is the Shield music? I know Roman's kind of got it, but... I mean, Rollins and Ambrose come out separately. Why are they not coming down to the Shield music through the crowd?
I don't get that either because everybody had to scream, burn it down.
Oh yeah, I love that, but... We're in the middle of a Shield reunion, but they're hardly using the Shield gimmick, so it doesn't make any sense.
Hey, but hey guys, I got the job done tonight. You guys got to win the tag team championships because you know why? So the Shield could have all the gold again, man.
And Ambrose. Well, the title match is tonight.
I'm just kidding. Let's go out there and kick some ass. I did like the setup because you could possibly see we got a pay-per-view match coming. It's going to probably be the Shield again against us, Cesaro, Sheamus, and Joe.
Which is cool. I'm cool with that.
I'm cool with that too, man. And I did really enjoy the match this week. I thought they killed it again.
Yeah, I like this kind of badass Joe just interfering with everyone's matches, just picking a fight with everyone.
As I said, my favorite this week was Joe. You want me? You want me? Fine, you can get me. Freaking attacking Jace Jordan. He's like, what's up, Kurt? You want a piece too, Kurt? And I'm like, oh, there's some history there.
Like father, like son.
Like father, like son, Kurt.
That got a massive oh from the crowd.
Oh.
Joe was pretty rough with Jason. I mean, I'm surprised he didn't put him through the wall.
It's like, jeez, man.
It genuinely looked like he knocked him out.
Fuck you, JJ. Dynamite.
Good old Joe. Okay, so for the main part of Raw, which I think was the only part everyone was looking forward to, and they killed it, was Bray Wyatt and WOKEN Matt Hardy.
I friggin' love that segment. It was just so good. The side-by-side, and due to my condition, and just the whole thing. Bray Wyatt, you have forced me to say, I sentenced you to deletion. I loved it, man.
So good. My only concern is who's going to win. Because I kind of wish Matt wasn't Woken with his first opponent being Bray, because it kind of means Bray's got to take another pin. But at the same time, the build-up's going to be great.
This could go on for months. This could be the WrestleMania match. I don't think it should just stop at the Royal Rumble, man. You got to have it come back for Mania because you got to get the elements in there. We're obviously going to probably get Senor Benjamin back.
Yes.
We're going to get the Brother Nero to come back. Vanguard 1, because Twitter has rebooted. And if any inkling has, because we're going to get a WWE 24 documentary on the return of the Hardys, we might be seeing Queen Rebecca in the WWE.
No, I mean, that's the thing. When we had Dixie on Kurt Angle's documentary, everyone thought Dixie was going to come into WWE, and she didn't. I still don't firmly believe WWE are going to have Rebby on any actual broadcast show.
Hey, you want to have some fun? Put Sailor Mouth out there.
I mean, yeah, okay, she'll be in a documentary, but I do not think Vince is going to put her in front of a live crowd.
Well, what if you just have her play the piano?
That'll be fine. Just keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, shut your mouth. Shut your punk ass mouth, Rebby Hardy. Shut your punk ass mouth.
Because I'm curious now as to what Matt's music's going to be. Because it won't be the same as the Impact music.
No. And if you just have him come out to well, it makes no sense.
And knowing CFO Dollar, they're going to want to do their version because they just hate anybody else's music being used. They want to do all the music. Fuck Jim Johnston, according to CFO Dollar.
Let me tell you something. Jim Johnston had some of the best themes in the WWE.
Yes.
And then you fucking get these CFO guys. Some of them are not bad, don't get me wrong. They were the guys behind the Glorious and all this stuff. I'm burning up with your love and all that good stuff. But my God. And the last thing that friggin' Jim Johnston did was that, who do you think you are, for Baron Corbin. So.
See, that's the thing. I like CFO Dollar. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Do you actually pronounce the dollar? I like them.
CFO money.
CFO money. I like them, but they're just incredibly selfish to not want any other music producer or composer involved in WWE. They want to do everything. They want to revamp all the songs. They want to do their own versions of everything.
Here's what it is. That God damn it. I mean, we've had Jim Johnston for years, but he's so old. We need somebody new. CFO dollars, whatever you call yourselves. Do the music from now on. You want to sing Glorious? God damn it, do it.
Jim Johnson has done legendary songs for Stone Cold, Rock, Taker, Triple H.
Yep. Ultimate Warrior.
Yes, Hogan. No, did he do Hogan?
No, that was...
No, he didn't do Hogan.
That was not Hogan. Jake the Snake Roberts.
Yes. Vader.
Friggin' done so many, and you all of a sudden want to get the youngins in, man.
I remember the Originals album when he did skits with Stone Cold, trying to get him to sing, and Stone Cold, I want to drink a beer, you drink a beer.
Oh,
and at the end, he just knocks him out.
Yes, I have that. That's from the WWE Originals. That's the one that had Trish singing on it, Lita, Stacy Keibler, the Dudleys with "We Had Enough of the What You Coulda, the What You Should Have Done." And that was the one that had Chris Jericho's "Don't You Wish You Were Me," and that was the one that had "I Don't Suck, I Don't Suck."
If people don't own this album, look it up. It's actually a pretty damn good album.
It really is.
Lita and Trish were very good singers.
Yes, well, Lita was also had her own punk rock band, the Lucha Boys.
And of course, we knew Lillian could sing. She was great.
Exactly.
Kurt Angle's song is just so much fun. And actually, it was on Ride Along with Sasha and Bailey.
It's true. So I'm looking at what other songs that CFO Money has done. Well, they've done Jack Swagger's, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, Sheamus, and They Don't Want None. They Don't Want None. AJ Styles. They did the Shinsuke Nakamura one that we have now, and Glorious for Bobby Roode. Which, could you imagine if Glorious, because that was originally supposed to be for Shinsuke Nakamura, could you imagine if that was Nakamura's theme?
I think he could have made it work, but the violins are just so good.
Oh, here's another one that they did that you'll actually cringe over, because you know what other theme that they did for a certain wrestling diva, if you will?
Tamina.
Besides that.
Did they do the Bellas?
Primo! Yeah, Primo!
See, they've done some good songs, but they've done some freaking stinkers, mostly for women. Because I hate, whose is it that I hate? No, I can't think now whose music I hate that they've just done recently.
Lana's?
No.
FABLOUS.
Oh, that's gonna bug me. Completely slipped my mind. It's that awful.
It's that awful, but you just it's gonna bug you who that. Oh, all right. I'm sure you'll remember it, but yeah, they've done some bad ones for women.
Yeah. And I mean, Jim Johnston didn't really do any stinkers.
Well, Jillian Hall back in the day, we had "I'm the hottest since sliced bread." She sang her own theme.
Yeah, but her whole gimmick was terrible. I think it fit.
Well, hey, man, it was on the friggin' iTunes chart. Her and her Christmas album, man.
Yeah. Hell, hey, Fandango was on the iTunes chart.
Exactly, man.
The problem is with Fandango is that it charted too soon. If it had charted near the end of the week, it would have stayed pretty high.
And I felt so bad for him in 2013 with Fandango, because at that pay-per-view where Curtis Axel won the Intercontinental Championship, it was supposed to be Fandango, but he got a concussion.
Yeah. Hell, Jericho put him over.
Yes, exactly. So what does that tell you if Jericho's putting him over?
Well, that's pretty much all of Raw covered. We'll get into SmackDown and NXT in the next part of the show, but again, I'm going to give you a little bit of fun. So during the break, without Googling, who do you guys think has held the most championships in the WWE between Dean Ambrose and Al Snow? It's a nice left field one. We'll see you right after this.
I am exactly what they say I am. I stand.
And then the funny thing is, it's like everyone stood in front of the mirror, and he's actually stood in front of the mirror, and not one of them's gone, hang on, he hasn't got a fucking reflection, she's right. The fuck? You're one of them, aren't you? You know? But yeah, it's just, and it's that case of a freaking old Fritzy boy, he says something to Fritz, doesn't he? Fritz puts like freaking 4 rounds into him with a Luger.
Yeah.
And then he just breaks Fritz's neck. And like, still everyone's like, just play it, man.
Yeah. I think he shoots him and he just goes, idiot.
Idiot. Yeah. Just breaks his freaking neck. And then,
Go
it's
to
all
hell,
like,
Mano.
yeah, go to hell, Mano. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at DB Hidden Gems. The world is ours.
And we're back. Before the break, we asked you who has held the most championships in the WWE between Dean Ambrose or Al Snow. Mike, any idea?
I'm going to go with Dean Ambrose.
Alright. Dean Ambrose has held 5.
Okay.
And it was actually Al Snow with 8.
Oh, damn. Okay. I just had to figure because I look at Al Snow and I remember Hardcore,
Yeah.
Tag Team, European. I think that was about it.
Yeah, I think he held the Hardcore quite a few times.
Okay, well, that wouldn't shock me, but I had to go Ambrose.
Who didn't?
I had to go. The reason why I had to go Ambrose is because there was that period where all Al Snow was he was the tough enough guy.
Yeah.
So he was really just there to help the young guys. So I had to think, and then he left, and then Ambrose was killing it, and he's like a Grand Slam now. But okay, that's pretty close too, though. 5 and 8. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Also, before the break, I was trying to think whose music was quite recent that I absolutely hated. That CFO Dollar did, CFO Money, and it was Emma, the last theme she had before she left.
Oh, It's All About Me.
And then it turned into some weird, trippy techno crap.
Yeah. Poor. Yeah. Oh, by the way, first gimmick, man. First booking for her, and yes, that theme was terrible. Her against Angelina Love for WrestleBro.
I love how on that poster they put former WWE superstar above Tennille. Is it
Tennille,
really in the name? But they didn't put anything above Angelina Love because they don't want to mention Impact.
They didn't put former Knockouts champion, former Impact superstar, former TNA Knockout, nothing. Just, here's Angelina Love and she's going to wrestle. So.
Former Mrs. Richards, nothing.
Former member of the Beautiful People.
Former associate of Cute Kip, no.
Former OVW superstar.
Actually, there is one thing I like about Angelina Love, because I've always said I'm not a big fan, but there's one thing I've always liked.
What?
I think it was when she was on the Indies pretty early on. She used to use Paper Cut by Linkin Park for her entrance music.
You were correct on that. Yeah, I think when she was doing the Angel Williams stuff. I really always... The thing about Angelina Love is she can either go... It's like 50-50. She can go, or she'll have a shitty match. Like when she did the winter stuff when, they were lesbians and, we were lovers from a long time ago, and she was hypnotized into beating up Velvet Sky and, oh no, Angelina, you go out there, you must do this. And just like, what a waste of Katie Lee Burchill too, because she was so good in WWE as a wrestler. And then you freaking come to that Impact and, Angelina could only see her in the mirror like she's the freaking Ultimate Warrior. And I'm like, give me a fucking break.
Yeah. Winter was good, but the whole zombified Angelina Love thing was just weird.
It's like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna make love, or are you gonna friggin'? It's like, are you gonna fuck or are we gonna wrestle? What's the deal?
I mean, I know it's called TNA, but
hey, like, what are we doing here?
Well, I think they're still asking themselves that question, to be honest.
Oh man, as I said, I'll get to that when we get to that portion of the show. But yes, yes.
Impact's, I don't know who I am.
Oh.
See, now we used to do Family Guy references. Now it's just Austin Powers references.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know when they're gonna hit you, but they're coming at you.
Yep.
So yes, we'll do Impact in 60 seconds a little later on. But let's get into SmackDown. Kind of fun this week. A slight improvement than last week, I would say.
You see, Shane? This is the ringside area. Crossing this line, this isn't the ringside area.
Thank you for telling us where the ringside area is.
Oh, just yeah, I really have been digging Kevin and Sammy and that whole the whole shebang, and then Orton with the RKO out of nowhere, and then Shane comes out doing the shuffle, and we get Orton and Sammy.
Yeah. And they finally did something right this week with Nakamura. They made him look like a star.
Exactly, and Daz, I'm saying this right now. As soon as he said, "and a partner of your choosing," I'm like, it's going to be Nakamura.
Yeah. Well, I think it was spoiled, really. It was either spoiled before SmackDown or it was spoiled before I watched the end of SmackDown. But I saw a thing with Nakamura on. But yeah, he just made the big face save like Austin used to or The Rock used to.
Oh yeah, and then you see friggin' Randy after he takes care of Sammy and they're all taking care of Kevin. He mouths, "You want to be my partner?"
Oh, military cut Randy.
Military cut Randy, yes. And here's the thing too. What also gets me is, haven't we seen this match on SmackDown already?
Yes.
Exactly. Now we're getting it on pay-per-view. But yeah, and then you have Shane with the implication that he's the ref, and if they lose, they're fired. Then Daniel Bryan had that look on his face, and which something's coming.
Yeah, I mean, we all saw the rumors that Daniel Bryan was going for tests, and then he was cleared, and then surprise, surprise, another report came out saying, "Oh, Dave Meltzer said it's all bullshit. He's not been cleared." Right, because everything Mystic Meltzer says is true.
Of course.
I mean, I'm not believing Bryan's cleared until I see it, but it had to be Meltzer to just refute the report, and everybody believes him and jumps on the Meltzer train.
As I said, watching him come out for one of those indie shows, and everybody's like, yeah. I'm like, you do realize that they're cheering because they're shitting on you in a way.
Yeah.
They're being smartasses.
I actually said that on a post somebody put up, that I love how everybody takes everything Mystic Meltzer says as gospel. And then somebody put, "I love how people shit on Meltzer, but he's still widely respected." And I'm like, respected by who? Most wrestlers hate him.
Most wrestlers hate him, except for the friggin' Young Bucks who do the fucking Meltzer driver.
Oh yeah, but that's a big fuck you to Meltzer.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, the fucking Meltzer driver.
I just don't understand.
Well, it was so weird when they did like a shoot interview for High Spots. It was him in the room with like Ricochet and Trevor Lee and I think somebody else, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
Oh yeah, I saw that. And Meltzer says something shitty about Impact, and Trevor Lee just like, "Fuck you." Fuck you.
The best part is, it was fucking Dan Barry. And Dan Barry's cool. He's an indie wrestler. He's friends with Mick Foley. He was on Holy Foley, like training Noel, right? So Dan Barry opens up the interview by going, "So Dave, who the fuck do you think you are?"
I don't understand how he's got the reputation he does.
5 stars, man, because of the scale. 5 stars.
The way I see it, the only times he gets things right is when he makes really obvious predictions that we can all see coming. And oh, Meltzer was right. Of course he was right. We all knew that was going to happen.
Like, durr.
And then the stuff he doesn't get right is just ridiculous anyway. Like, oh, CM Punk's backstage at Raw. No, he's not. Punk is not coming back yet. At least yet.
He's just a fucking fool.
I'm still getting annoyed when Randy wins matches.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest.
He wins when there's no logic. There was no sense in him winning the match because Owens and Zayn Zayn could have won and then they could have beat him down and then Nakamura come out.
I think the thing for me is it's not cool anymore. Because don't get me wrong, I like Randy Orton, but it's just, he annoys me every time he comes out. I'm just like, oh, here we go again.
Yeah, I mean, go on.
It's the same thing over and over again. It's just, I'm kind of getting tired of Randall K. And I don't want to get tired of Randall K because I love the RKO, but I'm tired of Randall K.
He's kind of done Cena in reverse because Orton, I used to respect Orton because he used to put people over.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's just beating everybody.
I think what pissed me off this year was so you have a chance to make Bray Wyatt. He could have beat
Yes.
Randy Orton at WrestleMania, but no. Amongst the worms and the shit on and the crap on in the ring there, the visual, he still gets the RKO when he wins the title.
Yeah.
He burns down the fucking compound and he still wins the title.
He burns down the compound and he's still the face.
And fucking, but Bray Wyatt gets his revenge in the fucking House of Horrors.
Which was terrible. And wasn't even for the championship, which it was originally.
Fucking makes me sick.
I mean, the match at WrestleMania wasn't good anyway, but the visuals were cool. And I think
Yes.
Bray winning would have saved it.
Yeah, but then you had the House of Horrors, which was just the fucking fridge, man. The fridge.
I really, really hope they do something better with Matt and Bray.
It won't be a House of Horrors. I can see something from the compound, which will probably be better. Absolutely will be better. And if they do it, please don't do another House of Horrors match again. Just don't. Don't do it.
If we're going to do something in the compound, let Matt have creative control over it, because the final deletion was just over as fuck.
Yeah, and I think you should give Matt creative control, or have just a lot of, if not a lot to say, just have him do his own spin with this, because they can make something out of this, and I think it's going to be something.
Yeah. Back to SmackDown. I know Butcher isn't here, but he said during the week he doesn't dig Aiden English and Rusev, but I was really happy to see them win this week.
I said that to Butch as well. He's like, I do not want to see them win the tag titles, and I'm like, Butch, if you want to do something with them, because they're chanting Rusev Day, they're loving it, you have them win the tag titles at the pay-per-view.
Yeah, Rusev Day is over.
Mm-hmm.
That t-shirt's going to sell so many.
Yeah, and you give something for Rusev to do. I mean, I know Butch and I, we were going back and forth that we wants to see him a world champion, which I think Rusev deserves to down the line. But him and Aiden as the tag champs could be fun. If they don't do that, I could see Gable and Benjamin because they're going towards the heel route, but we shall see.
Yeah. Isn't it funny how Gable and Jordan are both on the verge of turning full heel?
I know. It's very, very funny.
But yes, Rusev definitely has the potential for a world title run. It's just a shame he's fallen so far down the ranks. But I am entertained by this stuff with Aiden English.
But damn it, man, he cut his hair, so how dare you?
Yeah. The other thing that really annoys me, they're showing clips of Lana on Total Divas using her real accent, and then in the next segment she's got a Russian accent again. You're playing with your own audience.
Exactly, absolutely. But can I tell you, that segment pissed me off?
Go.
Okay, so you have fucking the Riot Squad coming in, and you could have set up like a 6-woman tag or something for the pay-per-view to feature the Riot Squad, since they just came in. They're about to rip ass like Absolution are doing on Raw. And what does friggin' Daniel Bryan do? Oh, you girls are fighting and this and that. You girls are all lumberjacks for Charlotte and Natalya. And I'm like, what the fuck? And now it's a fucking lumberjack match? Are you shitting me right now?
We're in the space of like 3-4 weeks, we're getting 3 lumberjack matches on SmackDown, or in a SmackDown match.
Excuse me, Lumberjill.
Lumberjill.
Yes, but please, why? Why does it have to be a Lumberjill match? We couldn't just like make a 6-woman tag and have the Riot Squad go over to show some dominance. Like, really? Are you friggin' kidding me right now? I have Lana take the pin because, of course, Lana has to take the pin because she sucks.
See, that's the thing. I don't think Lana sucks.
Okay, she's a great character. I think she tries hard, but it's just, yeah, there's something when she gets in the ring, man. She's not Eva Marie bad, but she...
No, that's the thing. Eva Marie was god-awful, but
and she
Lana...
fucking killed Carmella.
Lana was passable. When she first started wrestling on TV against Charlotte and stuff, I thought it was pretty decent. It wasn't great, but it was okay.
She, like I said,
she
man,
held her own.
She tries, man. She really does. And like I said, I shouldn't use that I hate Lana. It's just there's something about, you know what it is too? Because I've seen the Total Divas where she was friggin' ripping on Rusev for buying the car and the circus wedding. And I'm like, are we really having a circus wedding with a fucking elephant? Are you fucking serious? How dare you, Rusev, buy that nice car? Which, yeah, I'm like, why are you shitting on him for buying a car? The man wants to have a car. Leave him alone.
Rusev is just so much fun.
He really is.
And this is why he deserves so much more.
Yes.
But when they rip on Lana, even the girls on the roster rip on Lana backstage and stuff, I just keep thinking, did they give Eva Marie this much shit? Because she was so much worse than Lana.
I think Eva Marie got it worse, obviously, because Unlike Lana, unlike Eva Marie, I think she actually is very dedicated and wants to, apply her craft and get better at it. Eva Marie's just like, yeah, I'll do this for the money. Here, look at me, I'm in here. Oh, look, I'm gonna get an opportunity here. Cool. My husband's my manager. My husband will call and make things worse for me because I got suspended. I can't take the suspension like a normal person, but no, my husband will call and make it absolutely fucking worse. And that was pretty much her downfall.
Well, no, Eva got it from Paige.
Oh God.
Oh, Cameron got it from Paige too.
Oh. Oh. And then friggin' Paige and Alberto, and that was their downfall too. And then look at how El Patron is doing right now. So.
Yeah, he's doing so much worse than Paige.
Oh. Friggin' doing the teleconference for Epic. Oh, things are to get better. Yeah, see, orale. I'm so happy, see, to be an Impact. Everything's going to go so well. Me and Johnny Mundo. And I'm like, okay.
Isn't Alberto advertising some really, really small indie show with Kenny Omega?
Yes.
Really?
I
mean, this is like Jeff Jarrett advertising GFW with the Bullet Club.
I just don't understand. I really don't. And don't get me wrong, the matches have been good, but the thing is, there's rumor that he might even be leaving sometime next year. So I'm like, you get him and then he goes. He says, adios. Adios, amigos.
And this is why I said right from the beginning of the relationship with Paige, Del Rio's just poison.
Okay. You're going to make me do it. I got
Do
to
it.
do it. I got the urge. Alberto's poison. If I were you, I'd take the poison. It's the opposite of that Gorilla's poison. Alberto's poison. Oh, fucking Alberto. Fuck the WWE. Fuck the Usos. I beat you up, Perils.
Who thought it was a good idea to make him the poster boy of your company?
Ed the Owl.
The Owl?
Ed the Owl.
Ed.
Okay, the man friggin' spoils his debut. Oh, look who's here in the Impact Zone tonight. I was like, why to fucking spoil the debut?
I mean, it's not like Paige spoiling her return on Instagram.
Well,
But the
that's
thing is,
true.
we all knew she was backstage anyway because it leaked,
Yes.
which wasn't her fault.
Absolutely not, man.
Ugh, but at least she's back now. Oh, more heel turns. There's heel turns everywhere. We had Mojo cutting a little promo this week, calling out Gonk.
Hey, Daz, I got something to tell you, man.
Yeah.
Yo, I got my boy Sir Gronk even coming at me for saying what I did to Zach. Anybody in the roster come at me, man. You know what I'm saying? I won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, and then Zach brought me down. Mojo Rawley.
If we get Mojo versus Gonk at Mania, I'm done.
Gronk, yeah.
I'm walking out the room.
I was trying not to laugh, but because you called him Gonk instead of Gronk.
I'm calling him Gonk because it's just
Gonk.
Gonk.
Well, no, because the rumor was that they were going to get them at Clash of Champions, but I think obviously we're going to get Mojo and Zach. Like I said, that should be the kickoff match.
You know why I'm calling him Gonk?
Why?
Because it's Gonk the Clown versus Mojo the Clown.
I like that. I like that a lot. But yeah, no, Mojo and Zach. Mojo's just going to beat up Zack Ryder. Can you just put Hawkins and Ryder back together, please?
Please, we need something for Hawkins as well, let alone Ryder.
Exactly. Can we just put those two back together? As someone who's watched them since the days of the Indies out here in New York, where they were coming out to the Backstreet Boys and friggin' making their ascension to the WWE main roster on the ECW brand as the Major Brothers, and then as the Edgeheads, please, can you please put them back together, pretty please?
Hawkins must have the most regrettable return ever. I'm sure the money's nice, but he can't be happy.
Hey, this is the same man who was the TNA tag champ for a week with Trevor Lee.
Well, yeah, I mean, at least he was passably relevant in the GFW invasion.
That is true. That is true.
He's just come back and done absolutely. They're promoting a losing streak with Kurt Hawkins.
On friggin' main event, and he keeps losing and losing and losing and losing. Well, that it's going to be something once they get whoever they have him beat. It's like when Heath Slater beat Seth Rollins with the help of Dean Ambrose. It's going to end up something like that.
What if he finally gets a win and it's over Mojo, and then we get Hawkins and Ryder back together?
Okay, I like that idea a lot. Remember when that was the pre-show for one of the pay-per-views back
Yeah.
months ago? Mojo Kurt Hawkins.
Yeah. See, it fits.
It does.
Continuity.
Continuity.
Something WWE Creative have no idea about.
See, you guys don't think we remember? We remember.
Yeah.
We remember.
Yeah. We remember the Bellas hated each other and then they're best friends. We remember.
Okay, that was again one of the. I'm sorry that we're bouncing all over the place, but I got to say this right now. I hope you die in the womb, and then friggin' she kisses AJ. Nikki Bella wins the belt. They're back together. Oh, sometimes families just fight. What? You say you wish you died in the womb. Sometimes families just fight. You got to be thinking.
Family fighting is like hair pulling. That's wishing death.
Yeah. Friggin' dumping a friggin' smoothie on her. And I'm like, you want to friggin' talk about it. Families have problems. She wished death upon you. She hoped that you die. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope your parents die, like one CM Punk once said. Like, are you shitting me right now with this crap?
This is why we keep coming back to this angle, because it's a clear friggin' evidence of WWE's lack of continuity.
Like someone called the fuckery department. This is bullshit.
We mentioned the Riot Squad earlier, and the Lumberjill match. Obviously, this one broke down into a feud. What was I saying earlier? That they just broke into this riot, no pun intended, and Charlotte just sort of walks away holding the championship up, like this has nothing to do with me.
I think what really got me was Sarah Logan's promo talking about y'all looking like a couple scared. I don't even know where she was going with that, but it had something to do with the farm, and I was cracking up. And then Tamina just nails her right in the jaw.
I just gotta say, Sarah, we get it. You hunt, okay.
And we get it. You're a redneck from Kentucky.
I'm all hunt. I got me some meat. Yes, we know. We get it. Okay, just wrestle.
Just wrestle. We get it. You're from the country. I understand. Just kill somebody because we know you can. And Liv Morgan, please don't use the mic. Just the mic is not her strong point. I'm glad that she's not with Enzo anymore because I think from what rumors are saying she's with Tyler Bate now, which I think is an upgrade.
Yeah. Liv Morgan speaking just reminds me of early Alexa Bliss when she had that kind of fairy gimmick.
Oh, the sparkle splash and,
Yeah.
the glitter and all that. Yeah.
But Alexa improved, so who knows? Maybe Liv can get better.
Well, the only problem with me is, she's from the toxic wasteland, which is known as New Jersey. So yes. And then you got Ruby Riott, who I got no problem with Ruby Riott. I've seen her indie stuff, and she was great in NXT, and now she's great here.
Yeah,
So,
Ruby Riott's very good all round.
Which I'm sure we're going to talk about NXT, because that was like her and Sonya's farewell this week.
Yes, we're getting on to NXT. There's a lot of good stuff in NXT this week.
Yep.
Very quick match from the Bludgeon Brothers, beating a couple of jobbers.
Oh my God, that poor kid. Those poor kids. The kid takes the lariat on the outside, splat. He takes the double choke slam, splat in the ring. And I'm like, all these poor kids. But it was a nice way to show the Bludgeon Brothers. And, so they killed the Hype Bros 2 weeks in a row. They beat the J-Brones. Breezango and the Ascension are probably next.
Well, I hope so, because I hope we don't fall into this lame, overdone thing of beating jobbers to look strong. We've seen it with so many people.
The Ascension, when they were just beating jobbers, and then they beat the New Age Outlaws, and then they went nowhere.
And then became jobbers.
And then they were beating Cody Rhodes when he was Stardust.
Yeah. But yeah, they're looking good together. I think this gimmick's working. It's just a work in progress.
I crack up every time he smacks them in the face before they do the move. I know they've done it for years, but that still always gets me.
It's cool. So then we've got a triple threat feud going on for the US Championship.
No.
We're gonna have to.
Please
I know.
don't.
I saw you and Butcher had a lot to say about this on the message thread about Ziggler.
No. No.
Mr. Irrelevance.
I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. I know he's in there just to take the pin. Okay, he's just in there to take the pin. I thought the Rude and Ziggler thing was done. Oh my god! And then he's gonna be teasing again. Well, I'm gonna be leaving and derp derp derp. Motherfucker, you're gonna stay and you're just gonna do the job. Or if you do go to New Japan, go to Ring of Honor. Just God, I'm enough already. And Dolph Ziggler hasn't meant anything since a year ago when he won the Intercontinental Championship. I don't care anymore. He's wearing the freaking freaking camouflage hat like he's fucking Shawn Michaels getting ready to hunt. And then you see Bobby Roode and Baron Corbin going at it. I would have just loved to see him one-on-one, but no, we got to add Dolph to that because, I'm a former United States champion. I'm a former Intercontinental champion. I'm a world champion. That's why I'm the match. I'm the best. Money in the bank. I actually, cashed in and won. Baron. Hate it.
I just looked at the thread and it was just Butcher, fuck Ziggler. And then you, oh dude, I'm done with him.
I'm just done. I don't care anymore. I don't care about Dolph Ziggler anymore.
Hopefully we get a little more out of Bobby Roode though, because he still hasn't done very much since coming to SmackDown.
Absolutely. And this is not, again, back to Ziggler, it's not a knock on him and his wrestling ability. It's just how many times are we going to put him out there just to lose and just to be, irrelevant? Just stop it. Stop it already. And is he going to come out to, now, when he laid them both out after Bobby and Baron had the match with the zigzag, and then you have the Here to Show the World, are they actually going to just have him play the whole song now, or are we going to have that little cut and just have him come out in the friggin' black again like he's been doing?
Well, you better keep playing the music because he's going to come out to no reaction.
Just nobody cares anymore.
But like we said, Baron Corbin's coming into his own, so I think he can...
I do like Baron a lot. And you know what else I got to say about Baron?
Yeah.
Who do you think you are?
Yes, I think he can carry the feud with Bobby Roode. So hopefully Ziggler's there just to take the pin and then we carry on with just Roode and Corbin.
That would be very nice.
That would be sensible.
Like I said, if whoever feuds with Dolph Ziggler next, God help you. Because again, you're going to be we're going to have you wrestle in a feud. You're going to fight Ziggler.
Welcome to the main roster. Who's my first match against? Ziggler.
Dolph Ziggler.
Nakamura, welcome to the main roster. Who's my first opponent? Dolph Ziggler. Fucking hell. I go back to NXT.
It's so bad. He's so good, but it just, like I said, it just gives me the friggin' willies to the fact that they have to feud with him. I'm just like, no.
He's like I said last week, he's the kid from X-Men 3 Last Stand. If you get too close to him, you're just gonna fail. You're gonna lose your abilities.
Yes. Oh, and we mentioned the women before. I'm probably gonna put this up in the group later. But do you know what we just celebrated, by the way?
What did we just celebrate?
The 13-year anniversary of Lita versus Trish in the main event on Raw for the Women's Championship. The walking kiss of death. That was Lita with the friggin' suicide dive that she almost killed herself on.
Oh yes. Yeah, I remember that match so well. I always think it was earlier than it was, though. Because it was towards the end of both their careers, wasn't it? It was 2004.
Yeah, late 2004. Then Lita got injured the next month, the New Year's Revolution. And then you had friggin' Trish, doing her thing. And I remember she was going against Christy Hemme at WrestleMania because this was the start of when we had the period of the Playboy cover girls getting the shot at WrestleMania for the Women's Championship. And then Lita came back and did that. And then, they had the retirement match in 2006. But that was another thing, man. If you look at, the women that we had, because Candice Michelle just retired, and she's another Playboy cover girl. So, because she had a match with Victoria. So you did that with Christy Hemme. Then the next year you had Tori and Candice in a Playboy pillow fight. Then you had Melina versus Ashley Massaro. And then you did the thing with Snoop Dogg at WrestleMania 24, Maria. And then it just stopped after that. But, yeah, I remember those. And I just remember Melina versus Ashley Massaro was absolutely terrible.
Let's not forget Christy versus Carmella de Caesar, who was Playboy Playmate.
Well, that was Taboo Tuesday, and I try to forget that because, number one, Carmella was a cunt. Number two, Carmella is a cunt. Number three, Carmella is a cunt.
Yeah, but it was a nice visual.
I know it was a nice visual, but she was such a cunt.
The C word is back. I love it.
horrible. I love Christy Hemme, but I hated that girl. And I remember when I was a kid, in a way, I detested Christy Hemme because I'm like, nobody's that happy. She was too spunky, and I thought she was hot, but I'm like, she's so spunky. And then she got to the main roster, and I'm like, then she was riding the bike, the motorcycle, and I'm like, okay, I can dig this. And then she's hanging out with Animal and Heidenreich against Eminem, and then she was gone. And then she was doing the rock and rave infection, which I was down with that too because she looked so hot as a punk rocker. But then you had friggin' Lance Hoyt, poor Lance Hoyt, doing the air guitar with Jimmy Rave.
I love them coming out with Guitar Hero guitars.
That was so fun. It was funny, but I'm just watching Lance Hoyt. The visual of Lance Hoyt was funny because then, like, not too long before that, you had him dancing and doing the friggin' like Running Man and shit with R-Truth with Ron Killings at the time.
I remember Christy essentially won by rubbing her ass in a cake.
Ah, yes. Do you remember what her finishing move was, by the way?
No.
The fire crotch guillotine leg drop because she had the red hair, fire crotch.
Of course.
And the one thing that, I mean, I was very happy to see her get her shot at the Knockouts Championship, but we knew there was no way in hell that she was beating Awesome Kong.
No.
But like I said, it was great.
I think she's very lucky Kong didn't genuinely break her back because that was a nasty injury.
I know, man, I know. But still, like I said, I'm very happy with her. She's having like 4 or 5 kids now all at once. So yeah.
Fuck.
Good for Christy Hemme, man. And as I said, the only one thing that also ever got me with her in Impact when like they had Tara turn heel Victoria and she was getting in Christy Hemme's face like, Christy, we've known each other for so long. You don't want this right now. Or she was like threatening to kick her ass, right? I'm like, Vengeance 2005 called. They wrestled each other. I've seen this match before on pay-per-view, so don't act like you guys have like never touched each other before. This was also the same one where Victoria like knocked a glass over Christy Hemme's face, and friggin' Todd Grisham, somebody call 911. Oh, the good times, man, because Victoria was tired of the bikini girls, and then she just laid out friggin' Christy with the Widow's Peak, which was sick.
Yes.
Oh, good times, man. Good times.
Good times. I still want to see Victoria back in WWE for one last run.
What the fuck? She's like banned or some shit. What the hell was that?
Yeah, I remember when she went to SmackDown, they wouldn't let her in.
What is that horse shit? You know what they better let her into? Put her in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Put fucking Jazz in the Hall of Fame. I don't know whoever's going in the Hall of Fame this year, but please, got to be a good one. We have Beth Phoenix this year. That was good. Let's see who goes in this year.
Yeah, you know what? I can't really think of anybody who deserves it more at the moment than Victoria. Or maybe Candice Michelle.
Molly Holly.
Yeah. Ivory's not in.
Okay, Ivory. That's another one.
Actually, yeah, okay. There's quite a long list of women that could
There's
go
a
in.
long list of women that could go in. Well, you know who's eligible, what women's eligible for the Celebrity Hall of Fame because of her one match at WrestleMania?
Oh, not friggin' Snooki.
Yes! Yes!
Oh, God.
If James Dunn... Again, I'm sorry.
It's bad enough we've got Donald Trump in the Hall of Fame. And Drew Carey.
Don't get me started. I'd rather have Drew Carey in there than Donald Trump. Friggin'
Drew Carey was entertaining. Trying to pay Kane not to beat him up.
Yes, and Donald Trump, who got booed at the Hall of Fame, and I'm still trying to live over here in American states, just because it's not like he calls me old. It's not like I call him short and fat. I'm like, you just called him short and fat. I'd really like to get attacked. Thank you very much. But okay. But everybody's like, oh, you could expect this because it's Donald Trump, and they're like, he could just shut the fuck up. And I mean, I don't mean to get into politics, but it's like you look at Barack Obama, and he's probably just sitting back, just washing his hands. I'm like, hey, you guys wanted me out here, yeah, take him. Want this? Go ahead. I'm done. But yeah, just fucking he got booed. Drew Carey just for taking a friggin' being in the Royal Rumble 2001. You gotta, unfortunately, Snooki will probably go in because of that, just for wrestling at WrestleMania. Which friggin' that was the start of John Morrison getting pissed because Trish was in the match and not Melina.
I would have rather Trish anyway.
I agree.
I was never big on Melina as a wrestler, but I mean Trish is iconic.
I think Brian Kendrick and Paul London tell the story of making Melina cry in Wrestler's Court. And I think Paul London won the bet to see who would make her cry. That's so horrible.
Oh. I mean, she was a great valet, but I was never really interested in her in ring.
From what I heard, she was a bitch because she was such a diva in the Divas locker room.
Oh yeah, I could sense she was a diva, in the true sense of the word.
Yes.
So okay, we covered SmackDown, onto NXT. Now I don't want to sound rude or anything, but I didn't understand a friggin' word Almas said.
Okay. He said, "All let's say I hurt Drew McIntyre. I am the champion, and whoever comes against me, I will still be the champion and take over Philadelphia. Orale, Igaro."
Maybe I was just too distracted by
Selena Vega.
yes.
One Thea Trinidad, one Rosita. Yes, very
Yes.
beautiful. But yeah, just Andrade. Yeah, it's
I mean,
gonna be good.
He looked like a champion. I'll give him
Yes.
that.
He did. And like I said, the spoiler did come out of who he's supposed to wrestle, but we're not giving away spoilers, people. I just
No.
want to see how it plays out.
Because luckily I haven't seen it.
Well, yeah,
we're doing
luckily
good.
Yes. Well, I visualized, man. Things my eyes have visualized, and unfortunately it was that, so I'm not giving away the spoilers. I'm not going to do it.
I didn't know Velveteen Dream was injured until they said this week.
I think he got if it was not War Games, I think they kept him off a couple house shows, but they said it's not like a severe injury. It was like a minor injury that, but they didn't want him to get into the ring to possibly further hurt himself.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yes, so.
Kind of sucks that he missed his chance at the NXT title, though.
He'll get it, though. You know why? Because he's the Velveteen Dream. Dream is.
Yes. Now, I felt bad for Trent Seven this week.
Oh, my
Right
God.
from the get-go, he's out.
Dude, that drop kick into the corner was vicious.
Oof.
But hey, I did enjoy the match. I thought, him hitting the clothesline, Killian Dane with the senton and the Vader bombs, and just anything. That dude is tremendous. That dude is a future champion. Trent Seven is awesome. I really did enjoy the match, even though he got killed like really early on in the match.
Oh, he really got killed. And then just how fast Dane was at the end with, like, knocking him down and then the Vader bomb.
Oh, he's just so good, Killian Dane. Big Damo, as he was formerly known. Killian Dane is the shit.
Very, very good.
You
Oh, I
notice
like-
that they had... You got, I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say, I like big guys that can move fast.
Absolutely. And I was going to say, did you notice, Daz, that in the Ennis theme, like, Nikki Cross has the Sanity theme, but she has her, like, screaming in the theme song?
Yeah.
This one, it's Killian Dane, it's the Sanity theme, but there's a little Irish, like, jig in
Yeah,
that.
I like it.
Yes.
I like the fact that the Sanity members hopefully all have the Sanity music, but with their own little twist on it for individual entrances.
Yes.
Kind
I
of like X-Pac did with his own DX theme.
Who's going to kick your ass?
X-Pac!
Yes. An X-Pac. You think you can tell us what to do? Degeneration X, will kick your ass. Classic.
So then we moved on to now the women's match. I'm not entirely sure why it was a no-holds-barred match. I think they only put that stipulation in there purely for one spot when they couldn't do a rope break. The rest was just a regular match.
It's exactly how I felt. I thought it was fine for what it was, but yeah, then you just had Sonya hit the triangle choke on Ruby Riott for the submission victory.
I mean, it was a nice, rough match between the two of them. Like we said earlier, Ruby Riott's very good all round.
Sonya Deville is going to come into her own, but yeah, she's still and you got to admit it's cool that she's working with Paige, because if you want to learn a lot from somebody, you learn from Paige.
Yeah. And then, I can't say enough good words about the main event.
Oh, the main event. Johnny Gargano and Kassius Ohno was tremendous. The friggin' the shot to the back of the neck, the spears, the tornado DDT on the outside, the cyclone kick, and then it just all transitioned to Johnny Gargano. He's fighting, and then at the end he locks in the Gargano escape, and then Kassius Ohno has to tap. They bump fists. And match of the year candidate right there.
Yeah, very cool moment when he called him back and then done the fist bump. Gargano is obviously the next big star in NXT.
And I'm really looking forward to seeing, because we have two more matches. We got Lars Sullivan and Roderick Strong in there. And then we got another matchup, which should be very interesting in that as well. I forgot what the other match is, but I know it's probably going to be next week. Did you recall what the other match is? I know it's Lars Sullivan and Roderick. Oh, Adam Cole and Aleister Black.
Yeah.
The Undisputed Era did the promo.
Yeah, that should be really good.
And we got Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish against Sanity for the tag titles coming up.
Yes, and unfortunately we do know the result, but we're not going to give it away.
But I was going to say, how could I forget Adam Cole and Aleister Black? That's going to be a good match. It just slipped my mind because there was so much stuff like promo-wise happened. You had that.
Yeah.
You had Lars Sullivan with the press. You had Ember Moon with the press, and now we're going to get Ember Moon and Peyton Royce next week.
I don't like that segment. I mean, it's it's a press segment backstage, but it's just like 5 guys with an iPhone.
Well, here's the thing, man. What really cracked me up about it, it's kind of like they were arguing in a way. Who I'll fight her first. No, I'll fight her. Actually, Billy, would it be all right since War Games? Okay, but save me the rest. Okay, bestie, I'll take it. Yeah, no you, iconic.
Yeah, I mean, with WWE's budget, I think they could do something more effective than 5 guys standing in front of the camera with an iPhone. One's got a voice recorder, and everyone's filming it like a video. If they were real press, they'd have like tape recorders, microphones,
Yeah, true that, man. The only other thing I could say about that is, so they run the promo of Soon with the Spades for the OOs.
Yeah.
I gotta think it's the Queen of Spades herself, Shayna Baszler. Or one other thing that crossed my mind, if it's a male, I think it's gonna be Chad Lale, the former Gunner from Impact Wrestling.
Rockstar Spade.
Stop it. No. I saw people saying it was Rockstar Spud. No, it is not Rockstar Spud. Give me a break.
Spade.
No.
Rockstar Spade.
Rockstar Spade.
It works.
No, please. Why? You're going to give me an idea.
Or if we're thinking Ace of Spades, Johnny Ace is making a comeback.
Just stop it. It was so cool, man. I like it.
No, honestly though, there's quite a few possibilities, but to me it does look like a male though.
Yeah, so that's why I said Chad Lale Gunner, because Gunner's been doing a lot of NXT house shows.
I'm quite intrigued to see where the Spades fit in.
So, by the way, since I mentioned Shayna Baszler, what do you think of Ronda Rousey? They're coming towards finalizing the deal for WWE.
Cannot wait. I'm big on Ronda, so hopefully they give her the run that she needs, really.
So I did see some people were crapping like, oh, her flame, since 2015, and if they signed her in 2015, it would have worked. But I'm like, it's still going to be sweet, man. I mean, we saw her at the Mae Young Classic. She's training at the Performance Center. It's awesome that she's going to make the transition.
Well, let's be honest. I mean, women's UFC was more popular than ever when Ronda Rousey was dominant, and it hasn't really been the same since.
That is true. That is very true. Again, this is like the same people that were like, oh, the Hardys are doing the broken gimmick in WWE. They can have Impact sloppy seconds. So I think they did fine with what you saw on Raw.
Wait a minute.
What?
The Hardys were in WWE before Impact.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Same with Kurt Angle.
Yes. So stop it. That's what some of them are saying. And like I said, I've always said I'm a wrestling fan, but then you see the Impact supporters, they could have Impact sloppy seconds, baby.
Well, that's another post I saw earlier today. Is like something about AJ and Matt, and then you can thank Impact for this. I'm like, whoa, AJ was in New Japan for 2 years after Impact, and he became even bigger. So I'm gonna thank New Japan for AJ. And as for Matt, he was in WWE before TNA, and he came up with a broken gimmick all by himself. So I'm thanking Matt. I'm not thanking Impact for shit.
Exactly. And if you want to go back to one Rebby there, talking about the Waffle House and creating the ideas, I mean, she's right to an extent in that point.
Yeah.
Even though she is very, I'm going to smash back and put a hole in your ass, maybe slit your throat in your sleep.
I always find it hard to agree with anything Rebby says.
You got to understand something. So for me, I don't, personally think like her verbiage is the right way to go. And as I said, I have met her at an indie event because she was selling Matt's merchandise and she was kind of because, hey. But anyway, she's a friggin' Puerto Rican from Queens, New York. So I kind of understand that you don't want to piss her off, but still, she doesn't need to go about it that way.
Yeah. But that's a combination, man.
That is a combination. So, and I always thought it was funny because you got Matt Hardy, who's from Cameron, North Kakalaki.
Yeah.
married to a Puerto Rican from Queens, New York.
Yeah.
Yes.
No wonder he's broken.
Oh. But it's so funny because then you see Jeff's relationship with Beth, and it's just so not that.
Yeah, they're very, very different relationships.
Yes, it really is. It's just so funny.
And Beth never shoots her mouth off either.
Yeah, and Beth, yeah, never really shoots her mouth off, and she's just like so quiet. It's like, you know what? I'm just gonna sit over here and take care of my 2 girls.
Yeah.
Well, Rebby's just like, oh, let me incorporate King Maxwell.
And then complain about it.
Yes, and then we're probably gonna see Wolfgang on TV too soon.
Yeah, and we've seen shots of Jeff's broken wardrobe.
It's coming, man.
Getting ready for a comeback.
Hey, if Jeff Hardy wants to get that Hell in a Cell match that he wants, and he said he would love to face Bray Wyatt in it because he's never been to Hell in a Cell, there you go.
It's crazy that the Hardys have never been in Hell in a Cell.
It is. That really blows my mind because they've done so many crazy matches.
I mean, we've seen Jeff in the Chamber.
Yes, we have seen Jeff in the Chamber, but no, not in the Hell in a Cell.
I think they'd be great in the Cell, especially Jeff.
Absolutely, man. I still remember when they didn't have him do the Swanton off the 6 Sides of Steel, and he fought James Storm, and he did he was like hanging, like he's on the monkey bars and shit, and then he just friggin' jumps and splashes him through the table. I'm like, that was a cool spot. I mean, instead of just doing Swanton and killing yourself off the top of the 6 Sides of Steel, that's still a cool spot.
Jeff did so many suicidal spots in Impact, it's crazy. Like the Swanton off the top of the Bound for Glory set, over the stage, through a bit on the table, that was insane.
Yeah, the Swanton to Lashley on the friggin' steps where he like friggin' bounced.
Ouch.
But yeah, man, Jeff was in the nuts in the Impact run, too. Not the second run when he was the Antichrist, which I actually I still, you know what, I've always kind of liked that, but it's not my Jeff Hardy because, you know, everybody wanted to see Jeff Hardy heel, bro, and then, you know, hey, it still didn't work because WWE tried to do it in 2003. Jeff Hardy will always be the ultimate babyface.
Yeah, but the Antichrist was very, very cool.
It was very cool. I really did like that. I thought it was a nice little element to the character because I still was out those house shows. I don't know how you guys had it with the house shows when he was the Antichrist, but was he always getting cheered or were there still a lot of boos there?
He was always very much cheered and oh, actually, no, he never came over, did he? Because he was still under probation.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. Yeah, so it's so funny because you have, I think if you look at that time period, you have Matt Morgan, who was the babyface and the monster, the Blueprint as he was known, the monster babyface, the monster big guy that hardly ever won a match against Jeff Hardy, who they're trying to make a heel, but they still want to cheer. So it was very hard dichotomy for Matt Morgan.
Yeah. But yeah, I think the majority of UK fans were really, really behind the Antichrist gimmick.
Still, the Lake of Rejuvenation, man, the lake of reincarnation, if you will. Friggin' Jeff comes out as the Antichrist. He's like, no, get back in.
But yeah, the end of the Antichrist gimmick was obviously Jeff's big downfall. Let's not mention Victory Road.
Oh, please no. And then the friggin' guy yells out bullshit, and Sting goes, I agree.
Yeah. And to this day, I don't think Sting meant I agree with Jeff's bullshit. I think he meant I agree with the fact that they still decided to send him out.
Well, that was they shouldn't have. But
No.
apparently Bruce Pritchard, if you listen to Something to Wrestle With, you know, Jeff said he was fine and all this, and so we put him out there. We wouldn't have put him out there if we didn't think he was fine. I'm like, did you not see him stumbling and bumbling down the ring?
How would you believe he's fine? You found him in the bathroom unconscious.
Just I don't understand what their thinking is. Did they not want to give out refunds? I don't fucking know.
I mean, they had another option that night. Mr. Anderson won the number one contendership. They could have just gone with Anderson versus Sting.
Anderson in there, yeah, and it's just like, what the fuck?
Bad.
Now you know why Scott Steiner complained and was friggin' suing them because he put him out there with a drunk Jeff Hardy on a house show.
Yeah. But luckily Jeff's clean.
Exactly, which is a good thing. And so AJ Styles and Jinder Mahal Clash of Champions.
Yep.
They did a little package of it, which was cool on SmackDown. Are you looking forward to Clash of Champions coming up, or are you just kind of about it?
Yeah, the thing with SmackDown pay-per-views is they never really live up to the hype. I'm sure we'll have some okay matches, but mostly it won't be that great.
Yeah, and the Singh brothers look to be on their way out.
Yeah, I think they're gone now.
And I enjoyed the Singh brothers, man. They were so good at taking ass whoopings.
Never really got a chance to be the Bollywood boys.
Exactly, and I said they were good, but the ass whoopings that they took, my God.
Oh, they deserve to be in the Hall of Fame just for taking some of those bumps.
Thank God they didn't go to Suplex City.
Oh, man. I think Brock generally would have killed him.
Yeah, those poor guys.
Okay, so match times for Raw and SmackDown. Raw had 7 matches, and I'm quite impressed with the time this week, I must say.
Okay, an hour and 15.
Very close. 1 hour 15. 1 hour 18, sorry. You can't get much closer, it's the same thing. Yeah, 1 hour 18 and 16 seconds.
Nice.
So let's take out the breaks. Usually around 1:40 for the whole show, so they only had about 20 minutes promo time this week.
Okay.
Very good. Shortest match, let's have a look what it was. Okay, it was the main event, which is 1:33.
What was the main event?
The Bar and the Shield.
Wait a minute. How long was the match, though?
1 minute 33 according to this.
What?
Oh no, wait. Oh, it was restarted, wasn't it? So originally it was 17, and then they restarted it, and it was a minute 33.
Yeah,
so,
you're right.
so actually, the shortest match was Asuka and Alicia Fox, of course.
Well, of course. Did you like the fact that she got offense in Alicia Fox, or were you amped with that?
Yeah, I think if it was too much of what happened to Dana Brooke, people would get bored of it really quickly.
Poor Dana Brooke.
That was a hell of a counter, though.
Hey, but she's coming to Titus Worldwide, maybe, man.
Well, he elevated Akira a little bit, but now Akira's back on 205, so that just failed. Ooh,
Got you all in check.
Now on to SmackDown, which had 5 matches.
$45 minutes.
A little less. It was 32 minutes, 10 seconds.
32 minutes? Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
well, I'm guessing the shortest match was the Bludgeon Brothers.
Yeah, 1 minute, 2 seconds. And the thing with SmackDown is we can't really take out the breaks because the matches continue through the breaks.
That's the thing, too. That's why I'm like, it's got to be in like the 30 or 40 minute mark. But yeah, okay, so 32 makes sense.
And if anybody's wondering, the jobbers were Adam James and Josh Carr. Not that we'll probably ever see him again.
Poor young souls.
We actually had a dark match on SmackDown, which was Ty Dillinger versus Mike Kanellis.
I'm burning up with your love, your love. I'm burning up with your love. Even though my love is at home and I'm jobbing and I'm on back.
Oh, and 2 dark matches on Raw were Akira Tozawa defeated Brian Kendrick.
Okay.
And the Club actually got a win over Heath Slater and Rhino. Yes, they still exist, Heath Slater and
Well,
Rhino.
of course they're going to get their heat back, man. They lost the Trick or Treat Street Fight. Are you kidding me?
Oh, boy.
So wait a minute. So Mike Kanellis is losing to Ty Dillinger, who Ty Dillinger friggin' could be in the U.S. Championship match or do something on SmackDown. But no, he's fighting Mike Kanellis in the dark match. And Mike Kanellis, who is also very good, but you know the only reason why he's not on TV is because Maria's pregnant, and I think that was part of the package deal. As long as you get Maria, you're bringing in Mike Kanellis.
Yeah. And of course, if he's only on dark matches, it doesn't really affect anything if he has to leave early or stuff like that. So, fair enough.
But he still has one of the best theme songs.
Oh, yeah. And speaking of leaving early, congratulations to Harper for leaving. He had to leave the house show early because his wife went into premature labor.
Yes, congratulations to Luke Harper, man. That's awesome.
Okay, brand of the week. Are we going with Raw or SmackDown? And rating, of course, out of 5.
I'm gonna give it to Raw, and it's a 4 out of 5. And do you know why I made it a 4 out of 5?
Is it because of Jason Jordan?
My knee! It hurts! But I still want to go! Please give me a rematch with Joe! I want to get in there! No! Roman! I want to find him! I'm tougher than you, Samoa Joe! Ah! I'm
See-
sorry, but that's what he sounds like. And I'm sorry if I keep doing that, but he sounds like a whiny little bitch. That's what he sounds like. He's like, Chad!
That's
Please,
exactly what he is.
He is. He's a whiny little bitch. It's like
Um,
when Chris Jericho was singing to Shelton Benjamin back in the day. Shelton is a little bitch.
Shelton Benjamin.
Benj. But yes, Jason Jordan is a whiny little biatch.
I'd have to go with Raw as well. I was going to give it a 3, but because it was better than SmackDown, and I'm going to give SmackDown a 3, so I'm going to have to give Raw a 4 as well.
Okay, I like that, man. So we're on the same wavelength.
We're on the same.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do Impact in 60 seconds in just a moment, but first of all, here's a quick reminder that the next time we bring you a championship special is January 27th as we present Podcast Promo Rumble 3. We'll be predicting NXT TakeOver Philly and, of course, the Royal Rumble itself on the road to WrestleMania, and we begin the road to Promomania 3. Mike will be defending the championship once again, as well as marking 1 year as champ. And we'll find out who gets the only shot against the champion at Promomania and who will compete for the very first Iron Bank contract. And also make sure you check out Feel by Scarlet Riot, that's from the EP Sentience, but you can check out their brand new album Regenerate right now on iTunes and Spotify. And we will be announcing the second theme song next week. For more information, go to maxwrestling.wix.com/maxwrestling/PromoRumble3. And now let's hit the graphics for Impact.
Impact in 3, 2, 1.
All right, so this week on Impact Wrestling, guys, listen to this lineup. This is what we had going on. We had James Storm and Tejano. James Storm hit the last call on Tejano for the 1-2-3. Then we got Dan Lambert and Bobby Lashley and, America's Top Team coming out. And next week we're going to get Dan Lambert and Bobby Lashley against James Storm and Moose. What about the Moose? Oh my goodness gracious, it's pandemonium. We had Chelsea Green, aka Laurel Van Ness. Hey, she might be out at the next tapings, but hey, she's gonna, she's going in that Knockouts tournament, man. She beat Casey Spinelli, and she beat the returning Madison Rayne because she's married to Josh Matthews in a triple threat, and she pinned Casey Spinelli with the Unprettier. And then we had, Evan Bourne, aka Matt Seidel, against Tyson Dukes, and he pinned him with the Shooting Star Press. He's coming for that EC3 Grand Championship, baby. And then, we had friggin' Ishimori, whatever his name is, against Hakeem Zayn. 450 splash. It was his debut, but he's a loser, baby, so why don't you kill him? And then he had Sami Callihan against Randy Myers for Defy Wrestling. It's coming to the Global Wrestling Network. Rocky Mountain Pro's already on there, bro. And then we had our main event, man, with Johnny Mundo, a.k.a. Johnny Impact, or whatever the hell you want to call him, against Alberto El Patron, and he wins, and then Eli Drake lays them out. Dummy. Yeah, if you think you're coming from my championship, triple threat on the horizon. So, oh my goodness gracious, tune in to next week, man. We got a slam-packed show, Impact Wrestling. Don Callis is aboard. Check us out. And I'm out.
Well, it's more like Impact in 90 seconds, but obviously a lot happened this week.
I'm sorry, but yeah, I had to take a deep breath. There's a lot that happened. As I said, I couldn't really do like a 60-second because it wasn't the Thanksgiving episode where there was only one match.
Yeah.
I tried, man. I tried, though. Oh, KM, another thing that I think I'll have Butcher give a rant on this. KM is trying to get on America's Top Team, so he took out 2 guys, and he's like, did you see it? Did you see it? Can I be a member of the team?
Oh, my God.
It was so bad. So, yeah, I mean, I pretty much nailed everything. Don't get me wrong, Laurel Van Ness, well, we know she's going to win the championship, and, well, yeah, she asked for her release, which is so funny, and then it looks like she might be gone after the next set of tapings.
The funny thing, she asked for a release and then got into it with Andre Corbiel on Twitter because he apparently said some things she didn't like about Impact.
Well, she defends the company, but hey, she's on her way out. She wants a release, but she'll defend the company, which is weird. But yeah, man, like I said with the Defy Wrestling, so they had Sami Callihan in his match there. They announced it's going to be on the Global Wrestling Network, and yes, they did add the Rocky Mountain Pro So wrestling, which I'm like, why are you putting Rocky Mountain Pro on here? But whatever. So there's Smash Wrestling, there's Border City Wrestling. I didn't see any Pro Wrestling Nowhere or AAA that everybody, maybe their partners that they work with. Hey, why would that be on the network? But hey, it'll probably come sooner enough. Dan Lambert, which I've been enjoying his promos, but he's going to step in with Bobby Lashley against James Storm and Moose. Okay, sure. Okay, whatever.
All right.
Everything else was fine, but yeah, Akeem Zayn, who cares? And it was his debut, so he lost, of course, to Ishimori. I gotta say, dude, it was solid wrestling, but it's same old Impact. As we move on with the show, it kind of goes.
And Defiant this week signed Austin Aries.
Who did?
Defiant. Used to be WCPW.
Oh, WCPW. I thought you were saying the Defy Wrestling that I mentioned. No, oh yeah, Defiant Wrestling. Okay, I got you, man. I got you. That's cool. Is that the one that Wade Barrett is behind?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. That's gonna be cool. Austin Aries doing his thing over there.
Yeah, I'm
And
just glad to see he didn't go back to Impact.
Did you see that Blampede put a update about what happened and he's apologizing for all the crap that he did?
No.
And he's like bald now, and I'm like, I don't care, Adam. You're still a piece of shit.
Yeah.
So bad, but yeah, that was your Impact. And sorry if it was 90 seconds, but I had a lot to think about. That's why I said, man, I had to take a deep breath because there was actually 5 matches on the show, so I had to think. And the next week they announced that match, and I don't know even what's going to happen next week, but I know that the James Storm match is going to happen. So yeah, sorry about your damn luck. He's leaving the company, but we still see him on TV.
Of course, because pre-tapings.
Pre-tapings. Oh, what do you think about Don Callis coming in?
I think, as Butcher said, he needs to get a reality check.
Well, for what they're saying, there's going to be more releases, obviously, and it looks like we're going to get some more Canadian talent in there, but let's see what happens. I mean, Don Callis is smart, but then there's some people are saying... God, I'm sorry.
Well, so is Scott D'Amore, but he hasn't really managed to save Impact.
The thing is, too, absolutely, man. I think they're supposed to be on Talk Is Jericho to talk about this whole thing. And everybody's like, oh, well, Don Callis, Chris Jericho, they're friends in the New Japan thing. Maybe Chris Jericho will wrestle in Impact. And I'm like,
no.
Chris Jericho's not going to Impact. I remember back in 2005 or 2006, whatever year that was, where he freaking trolled them and on his website, and it has Jericho doing his pose and TNA in the background. And it was just because Enemy was featured on one of their pay-per-views.
Yeah. I remember that, wasn't it? Bound for Glory.
And I'm like, you dummies, he's not going to go there.
As Butcher once said, no, he's not, because he's got a brain.
Yeah. Ugh. That was, again, Impact. And was that really 90 seconds? I don't even know how I was going, because I was just flying off the rails.
I think it was bang on 90 seconds.
Dude, I was going off the rails because I'm like, oh shit, I got to remember what the hell happened this week. Or this past week, because we have the new episode airing tonight, which is the James Storm, and as we're recording this, it's the James Storm and Dan Lambert match, and I don't even know what the hell's going on. You know what? Just for fun, I'm going to see what the hell is even on Impact tonight, because it's so bad. It's so bad when you don't care anymore, and it's like, okay, sure, just give me what it is. Just give it to me. Give it to me, baby. I feel like Rick James, bitch. Oh, God, what the hell is on this show tonight? Okay, oh boy, hold on. OVE airing of grievances, and we got Sami Callihan here. I guess they're going to be talking about LAX, whatever. The Sienna, Rosemary, Alley triple threat. Whoever wins that faces Laurel Van Ness. EC3 and Matt Sydal for the Grand Championship. Which means we all know, spoiler alert, Matt Sydal's winning, because I think EC3 is coming back to the WWE. And yeah, that's about it, man. Oh, friggin', and I don't mean to disrespect Andre Corville. So they do the whole, he says that Ethan Page is the hottest free agent there, the Canadian guy. And do you know what his new gimmick is in Impact Wrestling?
Go ahead.
He is Chandler Park, the cousin of Joseph Park.
You said, oh man. Why?
Did you see my post?
Yeah, I saw it. And
okay.
I remember now. I just thought, why?
So they're doing this Park attorney at law, and you can actually call the number anytime, and they list the number. But I'm thinking, like, what wrestler's phone number is that? But yeah, he's Chandler Park, the cousin of Joseph Park, and they're behind Park, Park, and Park.
Oh, for the love of God, make it stop. Just make it stop.
Yeah. And then Chris Jericho promoted that on Killing the Town. Cyrus talked about dropping the bomb on Impact Wrestling with Lance Storm. Yay. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Now on Channel 2 or 4 on Pluto. We used to be on Boulder Creek, but Pluto.
Hey, Pluto.
Pluto. We have TNA Legends. It's the TNA Legends on Pluto featuring Jeff Hardy, Austin Aries, Christian Cage, and Kazarian.
Nice throwback.
And guys, on pay-per-view this week, it's Amped Anthology Part 4 from Las Vegas.
You know, the ones that couldn't get a TV deal.
You know, the ones where we had friggin' Bobby Roode and we made it out like he came from NXT and invaded? But hey, man. Oh, and excuse me, we have another match announced for Impact tonight as Taiji Ishimori from Pro Wrestling Noah, who beat Hakeem Zayn, who made his debut. Man, they made this guy have his debut. So he gets taken out by Johnny Mundo because he's pissed at Alberto El Patron in an interview, which you can tell he's going heel. So he loses to Ishimori, and now this week Ishimori is going to be taking on Caleb Conley, who jumped him after their match with Trevor Lee. So it looks like we're going to have an Ishimori-Trevor Lee feud for the X Division title, but he's got to go through one of the members of the Cult of Lee and Caleb Conley.
All right.
Which I'm okay with that because they're actually very good, and the Hardy Boys train them. So, but yeah, the Cult of Lee, it's them, Trevor Lee, and Andrew Everett, who could have done something in the X Division, and it looks like he was breaking away, but they said, hey, fuck it, you know what? I don't know what to do with him. Let's turn him heel and put him back with Trevor Lee.
Yeah, I do like Trevor Lee and Andrew Everett.
But yeah, that's the Impact preview for tonight.
Which, by the time this episode airs, it will have aired. But that's the beauty of Impact pre-tapings.
That is true. I gotta ask, do you even, as you know, I talk and go on about Impact and all this. And like I say, I want to see companies do well because of the thrive of competition.
Yeah.
But do you currently watch Impact, or do you just go by what I tell you?
No, I haven't watched Impact for months. And I wanted to do well and get back on good terms, but I just don't see it happening.
Daz, I'm curious now. What was the last episode that you watched of Impact Wrestling?
Oh, full episode?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, I don't even know.
Oh, wow. It's that long, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I've seen, bits with Alberto and GFW and stuff, but I think the last full episode I watched, it wasn't even an episode. I think the last full show I watched was Slammiversary.
I got to say, JB, friggin' doing the splash through the thumbtacks on his hand. Oh, my God. You got to admit, that guy works his butt off.
Yeah.
And he needs to be in their Hall of Fame. If you really want to put somebody in their Hall of Fame, Jeff Jarrett was in and all these wrestlers. Frickin' Earl Hebner is in the Impact Wrestling Hall of Fame. Put in Jeremy Borash.
Yeah, JB's a legend.
JB is a legend. I think, lastly, for my final thing, I think just out of fun, you want to see what they added to this friggin' Global Wrestling Network?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Since the friggin' Wi-Fi is a pain on the phone, I'll just do it the old-fashioned way on the computer. So, from what I'm looking at here, we got, Rocky Mountain Pros. We got some more old Impact footage, which we're going to get from 2004. What else do we got? We got some Pro Wrestling Superstars that they added, the latest episodes of Impact, and I see explosion matches, just a lot of stuff here. Oh, the latest Impact Wrestling from November 23rd. Impact Wrestling 2017, 2016, 2004, Explosion, TNA Epics, the best of the TNA World Tag titles, the World Title, Slammiversaries, coming soon. Let's see what's coming soon. Some of the most popular compilations in Impact history: the best of AJ Styles, parts 1 and 2, the best of the X Division, and the best of Christian Cage. All 5 October 2004 episodes of Impact featuring stars like Jeff Hardy, Monty Brown, and Abyss in a number 1 contendership match, and the high wire action of the X Division, including a massive 6-man gauntlet match. All 4 November 2004 episodes of Impact featuring the fallout from Victory Road and the Impact debuts of Macho Man Randy Savage and DDP, and a fantasy dream match between AJ Styles and Scott Hall. Asylum Years featuring stars like AJ Styles, Raven, Jeff Jarrett, and CM Punk. Coming soon, the biggest stars of Wrestling's from the Chase from St. Louis, featuring Ric Flair, Harley Race, Cowboy Bob Orton, Dick the Bruiser, Bruiser Brody, Gene Knitsky, Lou Thez, Dory Funk Jr., and Ted DiBiase. And last but not least, are you ready for this, Daz?
Yeah.
Stay tuned for more content from independent promotions around the world, including 2 seasons of Rocky Mountain Pro's flagship program, Charged, out of Colorado, bro. Hard-hitting action from Wisconsin-based Freedom Pro Wrestling, North Carolina's annual WrestleCade, which that's pretty cool, plus Toronto, Canada's Super Kicked.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
You know what the funny part about that is?
What?
Rocky Mountain Pro follows me on Twitter.
Well, Rocky Mountain surely sounds better than Boulder Creek TV, son.
That is true, but as I said, that's the promotion that Russo writes, so.
Oh. Ah, well.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. Thank you for listening. Don't forget, you can find us on YouTube, Podomatic, iTunes, and Stitcher. And of course on Facebook at Max Wrestling UK. For new episodes in advance and other news and good wrestling banter, you can join our interactive group at facebook.com/groups/Max Wrestling Interactive. And you can also find me at Dazzy MWP. When he's here, you can find the Butcher at 69Butcher. And Mike, where can people find you?
I'm gonna clear my throat because I really did go full hyper into the Impact thing. Hold on.
You went down west.
I really did go down west. Oh my god. But I can't help myself. I'm sorry. So the Twitter's at SMShow1 or at MCL92, and the SoundCloud is MC Larkin92. This week was a big week. I had an interview up with Impact Wrestling superstar Congo Kong. We talked about his role with Impact Wrestling, with GFW Wrestling, his near 20-year in the business coming up. We talked about, working with Laurel Van Ness, Kevin Matthews, KM, Ali, and a lot of people. Braxton Sutter he was involved with. Mahabali Shira, the match that he was supposed to have with Tyrus, which didn't happen because Tyrus said, "Fuck this shit, I'm out."
No
and he did. Yes, he did give a spoiler, guys, about the next set of tapings. It looks like, I'll give a spoiler here, that Congo Kong is actually going to be in a feud with Abyss. So he'll be back real soon for Impact fans. I also have an interview coming up with Jesse Neal, former Impact superstar. And after the holidays, I have an interview coming with former WWE superstar Romeo Roselli of the Heartthrobs, former Impact superstar Chase Stevens, and former ECW, TNA, and WWE superstar Kid Cash. So stay tuned.
Oh, yes. A lot of good names there.
Yes, I was very lucky, and I was very happy to get them. But yeah, Congo Kong, I must say, very articulate guy and a very smart guy. For someone who's been almost in there in 20 years, he must be doing something right?
Right. And of course, we do have other shows. You can catch up with the whole first season of Throne Zone right now at Throne Zone UK. And Hidden Gems, we will have a new episode coming soon, which we said last week would be See No Evil, Hear No Evil, starring Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder. But of course, we said the Butcher's got a viral condition, so we'll get that new episode as soon as we can. Now, next week, we turn to the dark side for our annual Star Wars themed special to celebrate the release of The Last Jedi. We'll also be predicting Clash of Champions and much, much more, whatever else goes on in the world of the WWE and beyond. And that is the bottom line.
If you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you.
Melikalikimaka.